Okay, today we're going to disassemble the Pride GoChair for transportation or storage. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the seat off the chair, but before I even do that, I'm going to make sure that the chair is off, the power's off to the chair, and I'm going to disconnect the control cable at the back of the chair. That's very important. You don't want to pull the seat off with the control cable connected, because you can damage the control cable. So I've got the control cable here. What I'm going to do is just rest it gently on the seat bottom cushion. And then, I get my seat belts out of the way here, I'm just going to put the seat back down over the cable, and then take my seat belt and twist it and lock it in so that now my seat belt is holding the seat back against the bottom cushion, and I've got a nice tight package here with the control cable nestled in between, sandwiched in between, so it's protected. Then I'm going to open the under-seat storage compartments if they're installed. I can also remove them altogether, but sometimes it's easier to just leave them on because they're kind of a nuisance to take on and off all the time. You can just leave them on and open them up. And then I'm going to reach around the front of the seat and grab the seat release handle, which is that little handle that lets the seat turn. I'm going to grab the seat release handle with my hand and pinch that in the open position, grab the back of the seat, and just lift straight up, and the seat comes right off. Then I can set the seat down, lock the under-seat storage compartments so they don't flop around, and now this is ready to store in your car, van, or wherever. And then the rest of what we need to do is just deal with the chassis. So the first thing we need to do there is take off the battery. First thing we have to do is take off the battery, which is as simple as grabbing it by the handle and giving it a little tug up, and it comes right off the base. Set that down in the car, van, or what have you. Now, we don't want you going right now. Now, we can put this entire unit in the car very easily if we can lift it safely, and that just depends on who's doing the disassembly. If we fold the footrest up, this makes a little handle right here. We can use this handle in the back and just lift up the entire chassis. If it's too heavy, you can split this chassis into two pieces. And that's easily done simply by putting your hand on the rear handle and pressing it down so that you're almost picking the front wheels up. And then grab this release handle and pop it up, and the two pieces will separate just like that, and you can load them in the car. And that is the disassembly of the Pride GoChair. Okay, so now we're going to reassemble the chair, and we're going to reassemble it starting from having the chassis in two pieces, which you may or may not have done depending on how much you can lift. But if the chassis is in two pieces when you start, it's very simple to get the two pieces back together. Down here on this part of the chassis, there are these two basically hooks that latch onto this bar that's in the wheel part of the chassis. So all you need to do is grab the backside handle like this, and I'm going to put a little bit of weight down, and then I'm just going to line the two pieces up with the those two hooks over the bar, and then I should be able to just tip it forward and lock it like that. And now that's nice, locked into position. It's not going anywhere. That's perfect. Okay, now we just grab the battery and we put the battery on, just slide it into position and lock it down. No problem. The last thing we need to do is put our seat on and dress out our seat. Now, when I took the seat off, if you recall, I used the seat belt to secure the seat back, and I put the cable underneath between the seat back and the seat bottom cushion. So I know the cable is under control. The cable is not anywhere where it's going to get caught underneath the chair or get caught in this assembly when I put it back on and get cut. And so we've got to make sure we protect that cable. And we also want to make sure that the end of the seat belt is secure and that it's not going to get in the way either. Put the seat on. There's just, if the storage compartments are on the seat, just unlock them like that. Now, there's a pin on the bottom of the seat right here, and there's a hole on the seat post. We just line them up Set it down, good to go. Lock our underseat storage. Unlock our seat belt. Bring our seat back up. Then we can reroute our cable. And I'm going to take care to route it inside along the seat here and around the back so that no part of the cable is sticking out from the chair where it could get pinched or snagged on anything that the operator might drive by. Then I'm going to reattach the cable. I'm going to put the drive system on both wheels in drive out of the neutral position, and then make sure I've got the seat belt up where it needs to be so it's up and out of the way. If you've taken off the underseat storage compartments, just put them on before you bring the seat belt back up. It'll be easier to do it that way. And remember that the seat belt routes over the top of the compartments, not underneath around the compartments. And that's it. Turn the chair on. Little quick functional test. Everything's working fine. We're ready to go. That's it. That's reassembly of the chair.